Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And it has been a minute since we talked about TEL's price chart, but here we are. Finally, we are going to see what is happening in the short term, and I'm going to, in this update, tell you why, in my view at least, in TEL, we are at a very critical moment, and it all actually comes down to what is going to happen next in Telcoin and whether we can argue we are looking bullish or not. So, are you ready? Let's dive in. And first things first, let me actually cheer you up a bit by talking about what is happening in terms of indicators. Okay, so what is going on in weekly time frame? And if I just zoom in more, as you can see, we are having buy signal in MACD. However, seems like that we want to get a sell signal, but this is not confirmed yet. Okay, it's very important to understand that you need to be patient and wait until the end of the week, until the current candle right in here closes, and at that point, if we are still going to have this thing, okay, fair enough. I guess it's not going to be necessarily optimistic, but as long as we are not confirming this signal, we can argue, you know what, this is a buy and we are looking good. What is going on in daily time frame? Okay, as you can see, we are having also a sell signal in MACD, but pay attention, in SOC RSI, we are around the oversold region, meaning maybe bears are running out of steam, and also seems like that we want to get a buy signal. However, we are, basically having the same issue, meaning this signal at the moment is not confirmed yet. This time, you just need to wait until the end of the day, and at that point, if we get this thing, that can be an optimistic sign. So far, we talked about indicators in weekly and daily charts, and most of them actually suggested that we are maybe not looking necessarily optimistic. But why did I say that? Let me cheer you up a bit, because I actually think in the next couple of days in Telcoin, we're going to get a move on the upside. Why is that? Pay attention to what is going on in here between the live chart and MACD. We are having on the live chart a low, the other ones are lower lows. However, in MACD, this is a low, the other one is a higher low. So this is actually a decent looking bullish divergence, suggesting once more bears are running out of power, and hopefully this move is going to continue. But pay attention, if you want to say with a bit more confidence that we are going to go up in TL, just wait a little bit more and see a buy signal in MACD, and at that point I think we can be more confident about going up in Telcoin in like very short term. So this is definitely an optimistic sign, and in here I do believe on a move on the upside, and that is why I wanted to cheer you up at the beginning of the video. Now let's talk about what is going on in terms of Helios waves, because this is a very important moment for TL. You see, if you remember, the last time that we talked about Telcoin, we were actually around here, and the idea was that this move down can continue a little bit more, but under any kind of circumstances, we do not want to see a 5-wave impulsive structure, and we do not want to see TL taking this low. And in fact, if you remember, our primary case was actually bullish, because we were able to find back then in here 5 up into 1 correction for wave 2, maybe another 5 to about this point into wave 3 correction for 4, and yet another 5 wave on the upside into wave 5, suggesting maybe this is the low of our correction. And sure, we did also talk about a bearish scenario, but if you check out the previous video, we definitely said we should have this thing as our primary count, and we said let's hope from these areas we get yet another bounce back, and that could be like a very important bullish confirmation, suggesting this is indeed the low of our correction. And on a higher degree, we are having, from here around 0.003, 5 up into 1 correction for wave 2, a strong move up into wave 3 correction for 4, and yet another good move up into wave 5, meaning odds are we are probably not going to go lower anymore in order to take the lowest low down here for the first target. So what happened? Unfortunately, definitely not that scenario, but the question is, can we still be optimistic? The answer is surprisingly yes. And in here, if I just hide everything, as you can see, we do have like a very small overlapping of the waves between our supposedly wave 2 and 4 if you want to be bullish, but the overlapping of the waves actually was just between shadows. So I am actually willing to ignore that, and even if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. You can argue that this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. in form of an expanding leading diagonal. Now, here's a very important point. At what point can we argue in Telcoin, you know what, we are bearish and we are absolutely headed lower? I'm going to argue when we get a move down, and in that move we take this important slope down here about 0.0037. At that point, finding a 5 wave in this initial phase up is going to be extremely challenging, and this structure will look a hell of a lot like just a simple A, B, C zigzag and not a 5 wave, suggesting what? Yep, our move down is going to continue, and just for the first target we're going to take the lows, and probably we are going to go quite a bit lower than that. So at the moment we are, I would say, quite a long way away to completely invalidate any kind of bullish scenarios that we are allowed to consider in Telcoin starting from here. However, that doesn't mean that right now we should be neutral. No, I think there are some more important signs that based on them you can identify what is happening in this whole area. So first things first, let's go on H1 time frame. Here's the thing, you see, I am actually able to find a 5 wave in this area, and now that in this phase down in Telcoin we took the lows, then okay, like we said that also in the previous update, this is going to be now a WXY in form of a double zigzag, since it's such a strong move on the upside. And what is happening in here? In my view, we are probably having wave 1, correction for 2, another move down into wave 3, correction for 4, another move into wave 5, and this is probably, yes, A, B, C, maybe a flatter structure followed by most likely another 5 wave down to about here. This is correction up and yet another 5 wave on the downside, something like this. And on a higher degree, I think you do have the subwaves for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a rather clean one. Now, if you want to say this is also a 5 wave, then okay, if you want to be optimistic, you can actually consider the possibility of having in this whole area, excuse me, let's just hide the subwaves so you can see the structures a bit better, just a simple A, B, C zigzag. And pay attention, this scenario will get confirmed when we get a strong move up in TL in order to, I would say, take this high for the first target around 0.66 cents. Why is that? Because you see, if you want to be bearish on any chart and you want to say we have hit our final top, then okay, you need to be able to find that off of the highest side a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, and that's really the key point that I'm trying to make. You see, if in Telcoin we get a move up and at that point we take this side, then okay, how exactly are you able to find a 5 wave in here? From my POV, at that point this is going to look very clearly like an A, B, C zigzag and not an impulse, maybe confirming that we are bullish and our move up is going to continue. Now, what is going on in like very short? Pay attention. Whether this is an A, B, C zigzag, or maybe according to like the most bearish count, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one way or the other in the short term, as you can see, we are going to have a move on the upside, which aligns with the thing that we said based on indicators in H4 and also hopefully soon in daily time frame, suggesting we are having a bullish divergence and probably soon we're going to get a bounce back. But the bounce that we are going to get is not really that important. Honestly, it is kind of predictable. What really matters is the shape of the move up that we are having. Okay, if we get a very strong move up, maybe a 1, 2, big move into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, followed by a very slow and choppy move down. You know what? Fair enough. That can be like a very optimistic sign, suggesting in TL we are bullish, and right in here we can at least count on yet another good move up. And let's hope that in that phase we are going to take this important high about 0.006. On the other hand, if we end up having a very slow move up, maybe something like this, which between our pullbacks we are just constantly able to identify overlapping of the waves, you know what, that's not really going to be an optimistic sign, suggesting this whole move is a correction structure, probably into that wave 4 that we talked about earlier, and after it's over, unfortunately we should probably count on a continuation of the move down. So again, in the short term, we're going to get a move up one way or the other, but it's not tradable. Number 2, it's predictable. Number 3, what really matters is the shape of that move. Now, I think there are some more important signs which, based on them, you can identify what might be the next likely move in Telcoin, and that actually comes down to what is happening in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning supports and resistances. Why is that? You see, in daily time frame, we actually do have a very important area of significance. I think somewhere between 0.0049 to about 0.0051, and unfortunately I'm willing to argue that this is now broken, so I really need to see a very quick move up in order to have a reclaim of this level, followed by a consolidation and yet another face up in order for me to be a bit optimistic. But here's the thing, at the same time, also in weekly time frame, we are having a very important support area, and that one is actually between, I think it was 0.00475 to about 0.0052. So in my view, we should actually pay much more attention to what is happening in weekly time frame, and question is this area broken at the moment? I honestly don't think so. Why is that? Because if you want to say, you know what, we have broken the support, okay, fair enough, then you need to go on weekly chart on the time frame that this region belongs and see an initial move under here, at least I would say a candle close, followed by that a pullback to the broken region, and then a continuation of the move down in order to take this important slow. If we are able to identify something like this in Telcoin in weekly time frame, okay, at that point we are going to be like really bearish. Now let's go on weekly chart, and as you can see, okay, so far we are only having a candle close under here, and this is actually quite a strong candle close. However, nonetheless, it doesn't really count as a confirmed break of the level. What you want to see, if you want to be like really pessimistic, is a pullback and then a continuation of the move down, maybe in the next week or two, in order to take the lowest low down here around 0.0043. On the other hand, if you want to be bullish in Telcoin and you want to say this is indeed a correction structure, hopefully in form of an ABC zigzag, then okay, what you need to see is a rather quick bounce back in order to, at least I would say, get back above this level, and then fair enough, above it we are allowed to do some consolidating, even have a pullback to around the lower band of this region about 0.0047, and then assuming that I am able to identify the right subwaves in here, you know what, fair enough, in Telcoin I'm gonna be very bullish with a whole lot of confidence and argue this is probably a long opportunity, because on a higher degree, who knows, maybe that's gonna be the wave 1, correction for 2, and what's next, good move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So this, my friends, is why I said at the beginning of the video, we are at like a very critical moment in TEL, because it all actually comes down to what is going to happen next. Okay, if we reclaim this level once more, especially in an impulsive manner in terms of Helios waves, followed by that we get a correction, great sign. On the other hand, if we get a very slow and choppy pullback and then a continuation of the move down in order to take the recent low, let's go on H1 time frame so you can see the lowest low a bit better. In order to take this one, that's gonna be like a really bearish sign, and at that point I think you can say that we are going to have a continuation of this move down, and well, you need to have your eyes on this important level, because the moments that we take it, odds are this is going to continue, let's say probably for another, I don't know, maybe 25 to, even if we are not that lucky, 35-40%. Now, I want to be very clear. This scenario does suggest in the short term we are looking bearish. However, it's not really going to change what I think about Telcoin overall, because when you go on daily time frame, you realize that maybe this is going to be on a higher degree, like 5 up into 1, correction for wave 2, and what's next, good move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And even if you do not want to be like this optimistic, you are still having, in my view, a decent argument for calling this whole move on the upside from here to about the highs a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in form of an expanding leading diagonal, followed by a correction down, meaning either this is going to be on a higher degree a 1-2 setup, suggesting the next move is going to be like a very strong one in Telcoin into wave 3, 4, 5, or if you want to be a bit conservative, fair enough, this can be 5 up into a correction for wave B, And even according to this count, we are going to have at least another move up into our C leg, hopefully by the end of this cycle. So overall, as you can see, we are looking great in Telcoin, but in the short term, all eyes on these two important levels, and also all eyes on the shape of the move up that we are going to get soon. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in TEL. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.